Welcome to Orange and Black. They might be giants. This week I will talk about who is trending up, who is trending down, and which managers are on the hot seat this season. Starting off with who is trending up. Trending up right now is Jarrett Parker. Jarrett Parker right now has a batting Jarrett Parker's trending up with a batting average of 444 and has had 2 home runs this season. Not a bad start. Another one trending up is Mac Williamson. He has been hitting 294. And both he and Parker may both make the roster at this point. Another one trending up is Stephen Okert. He has taken advantage with Josh Osich struggling at this point. Right now he's right now. Will Smith's been hurting right now, and Okert could be a lock with Josh Osich struggling as bad as he has this spring training. Trending down, Albert Suarez. He's been having some struggles this year and could start the season seasoning in Sacramento. Another one trending up is Clayton Blackburn. He has looked decent. He could be one of the candidates to do long relief, be the swingman. Another one trending up is Ty Block. It's likely Kane's spot to lose in the 5th position, but with Suarez struggling, we might see Ty Block try the long relief role in the interim until the Kane struggles. Another one trending up is David Hernandez. He has looked really good out of the bullpen and could swipe a bullpen spot on the opening day roster. Trending down, Josh Osich. He has struggled mightily and very likely to end up starting in Sacramento this season. I'm also concerned that he might be a bust at this point. Another one trending down is Gorkis Hernandez. He is not hitting above the Mendoza line. The only thing going for him is his defense, and he could very likely start in the minors. We will not be seeing a lot of Buster Posey, but Posey's been hitting 273, but he's going to be heading for the WBC starting tomorrow. Madison Bumgarner pitched 3 innings today. He's starting to round into form. Chris Stratton, that's another one who's got a 2.25 ERA right now, and could be one that's not going to make the opening day roster, but he could get a good look. He could be an injury call-up depending on what happens. Jose Dominguez, he's got an ERA of 0. He's another dark horse bullpen roster candidate that's more likely to start in Sacramento. Is this finally the year Kyle Crick turns it around? He's looked okay, but Crick has just struggled to get to the Sacramento. Could this finally be the year he breaks into Sacramento? And then around the league, another one trending down is another one trending up is Joe Panik. He's looked a lot better this spring training. Does he get that up to the 300 mark hitting wise? Okay, that doesn't look good. Give me a second and stop. Other players one player whose career might be over after this, as of now, is going to be David Wright. His now has a shoulder impingement, and his career is likely over. Houston Street's likely going to start on the disabled list. David Price is going to avoid Tommy John surgery, but he will rest the arm for 10 days and be reevaluated, which could be a blow to the death rotation that Boston has set up this last season. Brett Lowry has been placed on waivers. Question is, will any other team invite Brett Lowry for next season? Shelby Miller's trying to revive his career and he looked okay against the Cubs B team. But could this be the year Shelby Miller turns it around? All right, now on to managers who might be on the hot seat this season. Hot seat number 5 is Dusty Baker. This is the last year of his 2-year contract in Washington, and anything less than a deep postseason run for Baker will likely spell the end for him in DC. Hot seat number 4 goes to. Hot seat number 4 is Brad Ausmus in Detroit. It is postseason or bust. Jordan Zimmerman's got to be the ace this season. And it's going to come down to Anibal Sanchez and Justin Verlander. They're the key if Detroit makes any damage and make a postseason run this season, or it could be adios Brad Ausmus in Detroit. Postseason hot seat number 3 goes to. Hot seat number 3 is Kevin Cash. Kevin Cash does not have to have the Rays in the playoffs this year, but he needs to show some sort of progress this season, or he could be gone in Tampa Bay. But that's going to come down to injuries too. Another one who's been on the hot seat for a while, and his seats, and I don't know why he has not been fired yet, is Mike Scioscia. At some point, Scioscia has to pay for his sins. I just don't know how he survived all these years, but it's time for them to. I really don't see the Angels doing anything this year. They're more in a position to tear it down to the bolts than they are to make a postseason push. And they're still stuck on that bad contract from Pujols and Trout. He's going to be due a lot of money. But their pitching rotation's garbage this year. The pitching's going to be terrible for the Angels this year. I just don't know if this is going to finally be the year Mike Scioscia loses his job. The number 1 hot seat has to go to Paul Molitor of Minnesota. This has got to be the time for him to put up or shut up. Minnesota does not have to make it back to the playoffs or anything like that, but they need to show progress in this season. It might be finally time to make a Joe Mauer a designated hitter this season. And they're only going to go as far as Glenn Perkins get his trade value up this season. But I see this being more of a season of getting the prospects developed in Minnesota than it is to make a postseason run. And it may be finally time to move on from Joe Mauer after this season in Minnesota. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me tonight, and I'll be back sometime later this week with more orange and black extra innings. So thank you guys, and have a good night.